Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Behaloscha. In his listing of the laws of the Torah's fundamentals, Maimonides wrote, "One of the foundations of our faith is that God conveys prophecy to man. There are a number of levels among the prophets. Just as with regard to wisdom, one sage is greater than his colleagues, so too with regard to prophecy, one prophet is greater than another. They all, however, share certain commonalities. They receive prophetic visions only in a visionary dream or during the day after slumber has overtaken them. Prophecy, and specifically Moshes Prophecy, takes center stage at the conclusion of this week's Torah portion. Miriam complains to Aaron that Moshe seems to be acting differently than the other prophets, and she doesn't agree with his behavior. She's very critical of him. God disapproves of Miriam's slander against Moshe and calls out Aaron and Miriam. At the end of this week's Torah portion, we read, God came down in a pillar of cloud, stopped at the entrance of the tent of meeting at the Mishkan, and called out, Aaron and Miriam. The two of them came forward, and God said, Hear my words. When a prophet of God arises among you, I make myself known to him in a vision. I speak with him in a dream. But not so with my servant Moshe. He is trusted throughout my household. Remember that phrase. With him I speak mouth to mouth, plainly and not in parables, and he beholds the likeness of God. How then did you not hesitate from speaking against my servant Moshe? Maimonides asked, what is the difference between Moshe's prophecy and all the other prophets? Divine insight is bestowed upon all the other prophets in a dream or a vision, as we explained before. Moshe, though, our teacher, would prophesize while standing awake. All the other prophets cannot prophesy whenever they desire. Moshe, our teacher, was different. Whenever he desired, the Holy Spirit would envelop him, and prophecy would rest upon him. He did not have to concentrate his attention to prepare himself for prophecy, because his mind was always concentrated, prepared, and ready to appreciate the truth, just as the angels are. Therefore, he would prophesy at all times. The phrase trusted throughout my household is curious. What did God mean when he called Moshe trusted? In his commentary to the phrase, the Ibn Ezra wrote, Moshe is trusted as a member of the household, who may enter without permission. And if he needs something, he can speak about it at any time. To Aaron and Miriam, on the other hand, Hashem would only reveal himself in a dream, and if not, they had no permission to ask God anything. In a different vein, the Rashbam wrote, trusted means that Moshe was a permanent presence, ready at any time of the day. Trusted means something that is not apt to fall down. The Ibn Ezra and Rashbam's writings are interesting, and their differences require explanation. The Ibn Ezra and Rashbam took two different approaches to the description of Moshe being trusted by God. The Ibn Ezra saw the description and understood it as dealing with Moshe's relationship with God, while the Rashbam saw it as dealing with Moshe himself. The difference manifests itself in each of us. Man's dichotomy is that he works on himself and on a relationship between himself and God. It's a big difference, and one that's instructive to all of us. Shabbat Shalom.